Hi. So I am in my vocal booth today doing some work, and I thought it would be a good time to walk through my setup with you because people keep asking me how I do my voiceover from home. So let's do that. This booth was born out of lockdown. I got a grant from Northern Ireland Arts Council. There were some emergency grants going around at the time for creatives to try to sustain their place in the industry. And I was fortunate enough to get one of those grants and was able to build this with it. It's inside my wardrobe in my guest room. They're built-in sliding door wardrobes. Hey. And it was quite a natural progression because if you don't have a space in your house to use as a booth, the best place to be is in your wardrobe with as much of your clothes still in it as can fit, because it just absorbs all the sound and dampens everything. So that's where I was starting anyway. Here is an example of a previous setup I did straight after lockdown for a video game, and I told the client I wouldn't be turning my camera on because I was crammed inside my wardrobe, and they said that's where everyone was calling from at the time. So just being in that space was an easy next step to do this with it. Let's get in here. I had this blank space in the wardrobe, and I filled it with foam, soundproofing foam, that came as little panels, and I just trimmed them, cut them as needed, and stuck them to the wall with adhesive double-sided tape. And then I got curtain fairy lights and put those in too. Very non-necessity, but it was lockdown and I had nothing but time. And I spent an entire day pinning each one into place. I also put carpet down for comfort and extra dampening. Another example of a setup I do when there is a guest in my guest room. I take a sound blanket and I hook it to my wardrobe reel with hangers, and it also works great. I've done a lot of professional recordings this way when I can't use my booth. I would say that the most money you should be spending should be going into your microphone, because you can get away with a lot of setups if you have a really great crisp microphone. Then even if you've just got a duvet over your head, it sounds great. So let's go through my gear. I keep it all in this case when I'm not using it to keep it free from dust. This is my mic lead. It's XLR to XLR. I picked a purple one because vibes. And my interface. This is the Focusrite Scarlett interface. This is what links our mic equipment to our computer or laptop. And my microphone. I keep this little pouch over it, again for dust. Don't forget to take care of your equipment once you get it. I got the Neumann TLM 102 condenser microphone. It's a mid-level professional microphone that costs £600. So thank you, Northern Ireland Arts Council. I got a mic stand with a reflection filter backing, which isn't necessary if your space is treated well, but I got funding, so I was making the most of it. I added a gooseneck pop screen to the stand. I also added an iPad holder because I read my scripts off my iPad. I love paper, but it's noisy and would be such a waste for me to print out every single script and audition piece. So phone or iPad I would recommend. And we end up with this. If I'm having to listen to a track with playback, I use my Razor Quartz headphones, and I put one ear on and one ear off. So I listen to the music in one ear and then I listen to my voice with my other ear. That's just a personal preference thing. Even when my voice is being monitored back to me in my headphones, I prefer to hear myself live. I also got this cool standing desk from IKEA that my interface kind of fits nicely on the shelf below. And then the lead reaches up through the back and in through a tidy little gap. The XLR cable from our mic connects into our interface, which then connects via USB into our laptop. Once I'm in my laptop, I use Adobe Audition to record into and edit my clips. There are a lot of editing softwares to choose from, so I would say, as with all of this, do your research to find which works best for you. GarageBand and Audacity are both free editing software options if you want to start there. I just like Adobe Audition and it works well for me. And this is our final setup. I pull the table beside me when I'm recording. Don't worry, it's not this trip hazardy, but I thought it would help you see the setup. I also added hooks above the door frame of the booth that I hang a sound blanket over. Sometimes the traffic on my road is really loud and I try to dampen it out, so I have hooks above the door and I have hooks above the window, and I hang a full-length sound blanket that goes all the way to the floor in front of the window as well. Double sound blanket, nothing's getting through here. These are the hooks. I keep the blankets in the space above the booth, so it's super handy. So I actually only ordered one of these sound blankets, but the company sent me the wrong size and color. And I asked to send it back, but they told me I could keep it and sent me the correct one. So this one is window sized. So I hang it directly over the booth because it's shorter. Ding. And then these are the hooks above my window. And I hang a door length sound blanket over them because the windows go all the way to the floor. Yeah. And they're super easy to install. Yay! Before these sound blankets, I have in the past used a mattress to block out the sound, which is a fantastic dampener, but a pretty big hassle to do and wrestle with. As you could see, I'm also wearing the same top this day in 2021. But yeah, a bit of a mammoth task. Woo! So let's just take a moment to appreciate how easy this is. When it comes to recording, I always do a vocal warm-up first. I just search on YouTube for different vocal warm-ups and I try different ones. I'll maybe type in female, soprano, or things like that, and just pick from what comes up and try different things. But it's super helpful and important to warm up your voice. Wee, 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 wee. Then you should always have water with you and always be drinking constantly while you're recording. You need to keep your vocal cords hydrated. When you get dry, the mic picks up on these kind of like clicking and saliva sounds. So you just want to keep the moisture in there. So stay hydrated. For bonus points, you can also add a straw and do some SOVT work too. It's really good for vocal warm-ups and vocal warm-downs. And that's kind of it. I also put some kind of faux brick on the exterior wall that's supposed to add a little bit of soundproofing. It's foam, but it looks quite aesthetic and cute. And that is my room and my booth setup. Then I climb in and get cozy for some recording. It's time for me to get back to work. Today I'm working on vocals for a web series called Glorious Ladies of Puppetry. So I will let you hear some of that to finish us off. You wish you were me, but too bad, 'cause you're not fury and the glory. Step aside, boy, it's my turn. Oh, the fury and the glory. Don't stand too close or you'll get burned. Fury, the glory. I'm so furious. Fury, the glory. Yeah, I'm glorious. Fury, the glory. Rage never looked Fury, so hard. Don't stand too close or you'll get burned. Don't stand too close or you'll get burned. I hope this was helpful. Please ask me any more questions that you have in the comments. I'll try to fill in any details in the description. And I have to go and pay my tax now.